Okay, let's unpack this. We're diving into Aravind Adiga's Booker Prize-winning novel, The White Tiger. And this book is, it's just one of the most blistering, unapologetic looks at modern India's class structure.
It really is.
So our mission today is to, quickly pull out the big insights here. We want to understand India's class divide as he presents it, and crucially, the shocking act that our protagonist uses to get his freedom.
Right, and that protagonist is Balram Halwai. What's so clever about the whole book is the framing. The entire story is basically one long letter.
A letter, right?
Letter he's writing to the Chinese premier, of all people, and he's narrating his whole life, from this poor village boy to a driver for a rich family, and then finally
A successful entrepreneur.
a successful entrepreneur in Bangalore. So you get this incredibly personal, and very biased but honest perspective.
And the whole thing, it really boils down to one huge question for you, the reader. What does a man have to do to break free from social slavery when the entire system is just rigged against him?
Exactly. And Adiga, he makes that distinction right from the start. He splits India into these two worlds that can't coexist.
The light and the darkness.
The light of the rich and the suffocating darkness of the poor. But the real insight, the mechanism he describes, is what he calls the Great Rooster Coup.
Ah, the rooster coup. That's the key idea, isn't it?
It's everything.
It's not just about physical chains, it's psychological. The roosters in the cage, they can see the others being slaughtered, but they never, ever try to escape.
They don't. They're conditioned to just wait their turn, and that conditioning is held in place by corruption, systemic corruption.
And Balram shows you how it's not subtle.
Not at all. It's blunt. He lays out all the specifics. Greedy landlords, the police, even the underfunded hospitals that just turn people away. It's everywhere.
Which forces you to confront this idea of morality. His choices are disturbing, let's be clear. But the book presents them not as pure evil, but as a logical reaction to a system that gives him absolutely no hope. The argument is that if the system is broken, the moral rules just collapse.
And that connects perfectly to this theme of freedom versus servitude.
Yeah.
The real chains, the ones trapping people in the darkness, they're mental.
So his fight is mostly in his own head.
It's almost entirely psychological. He has to smash that rooster coop mentality inside himself to even imagine breaking free.
Which brings us to his identity. Because the way he finally succeeds is by constantly reinventing himself. He doesn't just change jobs, he changes his name, his persona.
Yeah.
He essentially destroys the version of himself that society created for him.
And this whole raw, unfiltered story is told through Adiga's prose, which is just celebrated for a reason. It's witty, it's satirical, and it's full of this really dark humor.
It's not a soft story.
No, it's completely raw. And that first-person voice is what makes Balram so unforgettable. It gives you this intimate and frankly uncomfortable look at the truth.
So just to recap why this book won the Booker and is so powerful.
You get this unforgettable protagonist, Balram, who uses this one specific, brilliant metaphor, the rooster coop, to explain not just that class oppression exists, but exactly how it works psychologically.
It's a fearless novel. It really is.
Yeah.
It reveals these uncomfortable, thought-provoking truths that just stick with you. You're left thinking about the real cost of success.
And it leaves you with a really challenging question, I think. If breaking free, if achieving that economic freedom requires an act of moral compromise like Balram's, you have to wonder.
What does it say about the system?
Exactly. In a system that's already corrupt, does society actually value economic liberation more than it values personal integrity?